Welcome everybody, I'm Robot Todd, and this is another PC build based off of a video game's minimum requirements. Today's game is Dark Souls 3, and we're looking to answer a couple of questions. What should I buy, and how much will it cost? And this is all underneath the umbrella of looking towards minimum system requirements and trying to meet this sort of best possible situation. So is it as cheap as possible while maintaining a high rating in value? So say 4 out of 5 eggs or stars or whatever. The system requirements, which you can now see on the screen, everything looks pretty simple here. Windows 7, 8.1, 10, all 64-bit, 8 gigs of RAM, GTX 465 or Radeon HD 6870, DirectX 11. Obviously you need broadband internet, 50 gig storage, yada yada yada. What was interesting in this is that the processor AMD A8 3870, and they say 3.6 gigahertz. As far as I can remember, or after researching for a while, I can't find a 3.6 gigahertz version of this processor. I can find 3 gigahertz, so what I'm guessing is maybe somehow they added that with its GPU clock, which was 600 megahertz, so that may be where they got the 3.6. And then the Intel chip, it's normal, an i3 2100 3.1 gigahertz processor. So, under the first build, which you can now see on the screen, it's an Intel build, pretty straightforward. You can see the prices there in the bottom right hand side. And now an AMD build, which you can see on the screen. Again, the totals are on the bottom right. Both are pretty much the same. You have to pay a little bit more if you go AMD, just because, as with other builds I've noted in the past, AMD has a little bit less of variety at this price point and processor speed or capability, and so you end up having to pay a bit extra because you just don't have as much to pick from, so you have to take what you can get. All the parts are as close as possible to the minimum requirements. I would assume that since the minimum requirements are already kind of high, I would look at your GPU as your bottleneck. The CPU is probably going to be just fine, and everything else looks like it'll be fine in these kind of builds. As far as performance for what you're paying for, you're probably going to get medium, high settings, 1080p, 30 FPS. Speaking of FPS, I don't know if you can get higher than that, because as far as what I've seen, it's capped. So they're going the way of how Batman was when it was released and how many people were pissed about that. I don't really understand this. It's subject to change, obviously, but capping at 30 FPS seems like really dumb for PC users. So maybe it won't really matter. You won't really need to buy any better gear for this, and this is just going to be another game that can't utilize the hardware out on the market. Anywho, rant over. There you go. There's the build. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more of these, and comment and let me know what you want me to change or improve upon. Thanks for watching.